live and direct. Right here. Welcome, mother lovers, to another show. Something you might not never know nothing about with your host, myself, MysDiggi, alongside my co-host, Dan DNA. How you doing, D? You good?
Yes, I'm
AKA
good.
Dandolph.
Yeah, what a day today.
Yeah, it's been a mad day today, man.
Yeah.
Well, a good day, though, you know. A
Yeah.
good day to be alive. That's the thing about it. A hump day, as they say, Wednesday. I don't know why they call it hump day exactly. Is it because it's the hump in the middle of the road or something like that? Middle of the
I
week?
don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I've always wondered that myself. It was something that just popped up about the mid-90s. People started saying hump day all of a sudden. I don't know why. I don't know where it comes from.
Mid-90s.
I think it was around about then. Yeah, it's like a sort of. Is it an American thing or something? Hump day?
Probably, man. Like, America seems to be, it's like the new Rome. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? When you think about, like, what other country has their military, grounds on in different regions like that? It's like, yeah, we're just here, you know what I mean, just in case anything pops off. You lot just cool. You do your thing. Furthermore, we'll have our own shops. We got our own shit selling. We even use our own money here. You lot are cool. That's some Roman shit, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, roaming all over your country.
Yeah, so roaming all around your country. Exactly. So, yeah. Anyway, man, shout out to the uncommon senses in the building. We appreciate you lot, man. You know, we had to come through, drop a few little, show some love here and there. Big up to Turbo Tubalicious. Big up Tempest Elixir. Caught up with Tempest Elixir this weekend, man. Well, this bank holiday weekend, I should say, yeah. On Monday, down at the Breaking Convention Park Jam, man, and it was crazy. As you can hear in my voice, I had a lot of fun there, and I got to meet up with my brother there, man, Tempest Elixir, part of the gang, man. Shout out to Robbie Love, big up Black Einstein, whoop, whoop. And shout out to your more, peace and love and blessings. Thanks for coming through. You lot show some love to your more. She's been going through a lot of late, so that's why she's been absent from the Uncommon Senses team. But, all we can do, man, is like send as much positive energy to her, and hopefully, she can get through this and carry on, letting things live on through her. You know what I mean? Like, because she's got a lot of talent, man. And I can't let that go to waste at all, man. So, anything we can do to help, hit us up as well. Shout out to King Chico. Yes, our brother King Chico is there. Got to link up with King Chico and Sinead down at the Breaking Convention Park Jam. Jeez, it was a crazy one, D. Yeah, it was a crazy one. I did a little gig on the Sunday, and then that Monday, got down there, I think about 1:30 or something like that. Kicked off at 2 p.m. And it was good. It was fun times, man. Good times. The sun came out, and a lot of people came out as well.
Yeah, that's always obviously the big thing with those sorts of events early in the year, and it is if it hasn't got the weather, then
Yeah, yo, I mean, it's funny because what happens is it's similar to clubs, yeah. It's a weird thing when you're out in a club. Say I'm hosting for a DJ now, and you go to a club and like you might be on early, like before people have really got there and whatnot. Like you're waiting for because it's like a long set. It might be one of them, and you can see the people that are there. They're like standing around the edges and that, and because they don't really. It's like they don't really want to be seen. You're not going to stand in the middle where everyone can see you. You feel like you're being
in case
watched,
you get
right?
called out off the stage.
Yeah. And so on top of that, they don't want to start dancing because that can draw attention to them as well.
Yeah.
So they don't dance. So you really got to work them. You know what I mean? But that's the fun thing about that. Sometimes I have fun with that, just try and work people to get dancing. But it's a similar thing with as soon as it got a bit cloudy, like the sun was beaming, and then as soon as it got cloudy, there'd be that shadow, so it get a bit cooler and darker and colder and that, and then people would slightly disappear from the main, area But then as soon as the sun comes out, bam, everyone's there. Yeah, like, doing all their dance routines.
Where are they going? In the meantime, they like going into bushes and just anywhere where it's just where there's air traps.
Huddling up in
like,
some
like,
corner, boy.
Go to the burger van. Let's go to the burger van.
Yeah.
Go
They're just
get a beer.
huddling
Let's go
up.
and get a beer somewhere. Let's go get a
Their
coffee.
blankets and hot water bottles. Yeah, we've
Got all hidden in the bush somewhere.
Soup in the flask
Get
and
the
that.
winter stuff out.
Tent.
The tartan blanket.
Yeah.
The big slipper.
Boy, yeah, like, they're going all out, man. Like, thermal, they're going all proper, like, skiing gear and that, like, you know what I mean, mountain gear. Yeah, so that you can see that kind of thing would happen, but all in all, man, there was really good energy. Crazy amount of people came out to show a lot of love. We had some wicked performers there as well. Lady Likes, as well as Jords, and then we had Quake and Isabel. Isabel on the bass and Quake on the drums. Myself, Maslaw, obviously hosting. Shorty Blitz killed it. Sarah Love killed it as well. Jeez. Shout out to Sev Raven as well. Sev Raven, he did a really good job getting the crowd going with the music, man. And yeah, of course, John ZD putting it all together with the team. You know what I mean? Sadler's Wells is a wicked way to celebrate 20 years of Breaking Convention as well as 10 years of the Park Jam. And the amazing thing was that, obviously there was no trouble. It's like you would expect with hip hop music, the way people, want to label it or they want to put it in a certain type of bracket. You can see that there is a positive vibe to it that can be shared amongst younger generations as well, that people can appreciate and that you wanna share as well. So yeah, it was good times, man. It's very good times. If you missed out, you effed up. See, I'm keeping it all PC and that. But yeah, man, let's give a shout out to our brothers. You know what I mean, doing their best to make sure they keep everyone well nourished. First of all, Richie and our sister Touraine, the CMOS boss. Hit them up, please, if you want to get your quality sea vegetables. The cmosboss.co.uk, mother lovers. And when I'm talking about quality sea vegetables, I'm talking all types, from things like dulse off the northern coasts of the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. It has a smoky taste and can be used as a flavor enhancer, as well as a standalone snack food. You may ever want a few strips of it on your favorite sandwich to boost the nutritional content. You can also brew dulse to make a tea. Dulse provides wealth of minerals, vitamins, fiber, and protein. It is high in iodine and trace minerals and contains 10 amino acids. Dulse is an excellent source of calcium, potassium, magnesium, iron, iodine, magnesium, and all types of, nutrients. Also, you could get yourself wakame. You could get yourself kelp. Well, you get the sea salt and kelp. Spirulina. And spirulina is known to be very high in protein. And theirs in particular is quite high, man. You dig into, do your own due diligence, and you can find out a lot more to do with the nutritional content of things like the spirulina from the CMOS boss. It's amazing, man. And the thing is, like, the benefits are like, you can't even really question it. Once you try it, give it like 2-3 months, and you'll definitely see a difference. And it actually does it. It wouldn't even cost that much to make it last that long either, if you do it right. You can also get gels that are ready made, also infused with bladderwrack as well. And then you can get like a whole bunch of different types of products, that might suit your needs in any way from the cmosboss.co.uk. And when you get to the checkout, make sure you type in about 20, ABOUT, with the number 20, and you'll get yourself 20% off any order from the cmosboss.co.uk. Mother lovers. I always feel like the old school wrestlers when it gets to the end. Mother lovers. Yeah, oh yeah. What's up with that, man? Oh yeah. Old school wrestlers. Hey, and you know another thing? They were just jacked up. The steroids were just like, like, jeez. Yeah, I don't feel like that, but
You do on the CMOS.
Yeah, on the CMOS, boy, you definitely.
It actually sounds like it could be a good wrestler, CMOS boss.
Yeah,
so
and he had certain moves,
and
like
he comes out
the anchor hold,
covered in like all sort of moss just hanging off of him, or like seaweed,
barnacles and that.
Yeah, and he like pulls it all off.
Yeah.
It's out there,
and then he's got a move like, the barnacle, where he just looks like he's like plucking shit off you, but really he's slapping.
The hill, the kill hall, where they used to put the person on the boat underneath the keel of the boat, and they're dragged across the barnacles under the bottom of the boat as the torturer. He used to give them on the boat.
Torturer. Yeah, make you walk the plank.
Yeah, make you walk the plank. Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, maybe we should get into wrestling. Maybe not. Yeah. Pretty crazy though, man. So yeah, how have people been feeling out there? Did anyone get on down that we didn't see at the Park Jam? Because I'm sure there were a couple people that I missed out actually saying hello to face. But yeah, it was pretty fun, man. Like there was sad thing was that Skinny Man couldn't make it. Apparently something had happened where I think possibly injury, but they're not sure exactly. We didn't get the full disclosure, but it seemed like it obviously must have been something serious because that's his close to his hometown and all that. It was in North London, so yeah, it's a shame, but still Lady Likes killed it. The performers as well. We had some new talent, that they worked with Future Elements, and they done really well as well. Like loads of kids just dancing, enjoying themselves. The music was real, like it was right for the moment as well. Like that vibe of like summer coming in, people. Yeah, man, enjoying themselves. Locals, you could see locals coming as well. Like, oh, yeah, this is... Yeah. So, it was a lot of fun, man. Definitely a lot of fun. Yeah, the calisthenics weren't there either, man. That was a bit, it's like, wow.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
Yeah, I was surprised. But, you never know, man. Things happen, man. I guess maybe the bookings might have got mixed up, Who knows what happened behind the scenes. But yeah, I was missing that. I was looking forward to see them. It's always inspiring seeing the way these guys move around with them bars and that. Like to think, right, is that just your arms and your back lifting you up like that and throwing yourself around?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Mad impressive, man, yeah. So I always like to watch that for inspiration. I don't know, it's weird, man. I'm into like extreme type sports. And it's been like that. Like before, when I used to like watch, the snowboarding, but like that extreme where they got like, it looks like an avalanche chasing them and all that. It's just like, yo. It's like them surfers as well.
Surfing, yeah.
What do they call it? Like, is it mega waves or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Bruv, you're all right, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
surfing, the rock climbing.
Yeah, rock climbing is a bit mad.
It looks good. I've never done it, but I did film it once.
Is
it? I've done like a film in like a competition. And yeah, it looks like quite. You've got to be pretty fit to do it. It's like
Yeah, definitely.
calisthenics body. You know what I mean? It's that
Yeah.
sort of thing. It's like you've got to be like bendy as well. And
Yeah,
you've got to have
remember
good
that
finger
guy?
grip.
That Spider-Man dude,
Yeah,
the one climbing up the buildings and all
yeah.
that. Madness, bruv.
Just gripping onto like the edges of the windows and things. Yeah,
That's levels, man. Levels
it
of
is.
grip.
Yeah,
Like for you to be able to hold yourself up like that for that long, and especially when you're that high, you know, like what there's not
Yeah.
much protection.
nah. Yeah, the kid, the one I filmed was like going from 11 up to 18 or something. It was like a day of junior climbing sort of thing. And the youngest kids, because obviously they're really light as well, but they are like, like spidery the way they're climbing around them sort of artificial rock face things.
Yeah.
Really, really quick. Some of them just like, and they have to sort of, they change all of the little hanging things around for each
for
round,
real?
so they have to like work it out as like a puzzle as well. So
Yeah.
it's not just like, oh, you go that way.
Yeah.
Then they have to sort
They
of.
rearrange it.
I don't think they're allowed to watch the other people competing as well. So they sort of send someone in, and
I
then
see.
so they've got like 4 puzzles to solve that get increasingly harder, and some of them are just like you think it's impossible.
What?
But
But
someone just does it, and then you're like, "Oh, that's how you do it." Yeah, you can go
Wow.
that way. Yeah, really exciting.
Wow, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What? And they're young. How young are they?
Oh, some of them is like 11. Like I say, it's like a really like 11 to 18. So they had like 4 different groups or something.
Jeez,
That was
man.
at
That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
what's the one in East London called? Someone in the chat might know about it. If you know one in East London, call in. Lines are open. So
Lights are open, you know. Big
yeah.
up Sinead in the building. Yes, I got to meet her on Monday. Wow, man. King Chico and the fam. Yeah, it was fun, boy. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it? So, okay. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Like, it's pretty, where do you start with a kid when it's like, okay, go and climb? Like, 'cause you know what I mean? But I guess they are harnessed in that at first anyway. They got a lot of protection at first, but still.
Have you seen the video of the little 6-year-old kid or something climbing, doing the rock climbing?
Run VT.
It's mad. I'll see if I can find it. Yeah.
Jeez, man. That's next level, bruv.
Yeah,
Them man there.
this is just super impressive.
Yeah, it's like, and I guess that's how you get good. You have to start them from young.
Yeah,
You would think it'd be a bit harsh, but for me, it's the worry of like the time when you're like, okay, I'm gonna detach these harnesses. You're gonna be free doing this on your own. I guess you may be still trying to hold them and that, but jeez, yeah, scary boy. You put
gotta get this
it
up.
on the
Yeah,
thing,
gotta get
innit?
it up.
Put it in the cinema screen.
Yeah,
Wow, man. Jeez.
hang on, let me just.
That's they're going on.
He's 19 months old.
What?
19-month-old toddler climbs 7-foot bouldering wall.
Oh, come on,
Yeah, I
man.
should have
19.
said-
How do
I
you
should have said bouldering. I'll probably get told off by someone for that. Don't
How
call
do you
it.
get
Don't call it
teachers
rock climbing. It's
19?
bouldering.
That don't make sense, man. How do you teach a year and a half?
I know.
How do you teach a year and a half year old? Wow. Nah, it must be flat and I'm hating. What?
I suppose kids, they like crawling. It's just another version of crawling.
Yeah, it's true, innit? He's just
Grabbing
looking-
hold of
trying
stuff.
to
They
find
like
his
all
way.
these things anyway. Grabbing
Yeah.
things, crawling.
And also when he's obviously seen it. He's seen, his elders doing it.
Yeah, but look at that.
So,
man. He's
yeah,
like even like
that's
trying to
amazing.
judge which ones. This is what it's. Yeah, there you go. So he's like he's found like
Wow.
another way round. It's like, oh, that's the
Wow.
way. Yeah, Little
Yeah,
puzzle
yeah.
solving.
Jeez. See, now I'll be shook. I'll
Like,
be like, yo,
Mum.
what if he drops, man?
Mum, I've done a poo.
Jeez. Wow. He's doing it with ease. With the swiftness.
Yeah, because they're also really bendy as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Look how
at
he's
that.
getting
Like,
himself
yeah.
right in there.
Yeah, you try and do that. You're like, nah, I think I just popped something. Jeez. Yeah. 19 months though, man.
7-foot indoor bouldering wall without a harness in Arizona.
Yeah, it must be soft. It's got to be soft, innit? There's no way.
Yeah, they have
else.
massive mats on the floor. It's like
Yeah,
big,
yeah.
like 4-foot mats or something, you know.
Wow,
Yeah,
man.
They put a lot of mats
Jeez.
around everything.
That's levels on the grips. It's a new Spider-Man on the way there, isn't it?
Up there.
Levels, boy. Levels, man. See it there. That's how it goes. You've got to start them from early, I guess. I wonder what age he started.
19 months. I mean, must have been as soon as he could walk.
Yeah. It could be even before.
But it looks like one of those. So even before came climbing out of his mum's womb.
Just crawling, boy. No, but crawling is like, before they start crawling, they like just tugging,
Yeah.
Like,
No, the action's all there, isn't it? What he's doing is what they do at that age. All those different actions, like and the bending the legs right
grip,
up, where you think
it starts with
Yeah.
the grip.
Yeah.
The grip. That's why you always put your little finger there or your thumb or whatever for the baby
Well,
to
they
grip
practice
it.
a grip, yeah.
Grip, and then from there it's like
Getting the action man skills.
yeah, man.
The
that's
eyes
deep.
on a swivel, grip, strength.
Jeez, man. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty deep, man.
So what's stopping anyone else doing it? No, it's really inspiring watching all these people doing the climbing. It's like I did actually think to myself, yeah, it's something I'd like to get into it one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
What-
one over at Ladbroke Grove, isn't there? There's a climbing wall. over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Yeah, there's one in. I did one time for interview. I forgot what magazine it was, but it was in East London, in near.
Bethnal Green.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the
it's
one.
near
That's
Bethnal
where
Green.
I filmed at. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the green.
Yeah. No, this one is. It is. I think it's Bethnal Green. I'm pretty sure it is. It's
Nah, the one.
or
I actually-
Whitechapel maybe or something like that.
Nah, the one I did, it wasn't Bethnal Green. Sorry, it was further east. It was a bit more
Oh, okay. Not
easty,
in not in town or.
in town, but I've forgotten the area now, man. Forgotten the name of the area, but yeah, it was it was interesting doing it. I definitely enjoyed it. But yeah, you could tell it's a lot. It's a lot of work. Like you've definitely got to build up. Similar to parkour and that free running, you've got to build up to a certain level as much as you might be able to do certain bits. Like with calisthenics, it's like, rah, I can't do any of that. But with, parkour and that you kind of feel like, oh yeah, I could do a little bit of that, but then you realize like, wow, like, rock climbing, like actually, being able to grip and get yourself in the right position and judge distance and whatnot is a whole.
Yeah. I just found the video the other day of Blue Peter in 1985 with London All Stars on there. So it's
London All Stars.
is that what they're called? The Breakers?
Yeah.
So it's Dolby D
Oh wow.
and 3 others on there. So Dolby had put Theo onto this video. And they get 2 kids out and they're just like, can you show them how to break dance? They sort of get a little bit of it, but when you see them actually breaking, it's, again, it's like a sort of whole body discipline, isn't it? When to be, some people can just do it. Some people can have a go and do a bit of breaking, but when the people are, when they're like competition battlers, it's a whole different. It's like calisthenics again. It's like a sort of body strength.
Yeah, and like now, especially with this, the new wave of the way people are kind of expressing themselves with their movement is just like, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
How
man.
it's evolved into,
Yeah, it's in a really good way as well. It's not involved in a way where you're like, oh man, what the hell is this now? It's just more like, yo, you could do that now, you know? Like use the use of momentum, like the way that they manipulate, you know what I mean? The momentum and stuff as well. Crazy stuff, man. Yeah, that's another thing I really enjoy watching is like b-boy competitions, dance competitions as well. You know, like the hip hop dance and even some of the house dancing and all that's pretty crazy. And then obviously MMA, yeah, you know, that's standard. That's standard, boy. But I was thinking of what else? What about them squirrel suit dudes? The flying squirrel suits. Yeah, I'm into that. You into that? Yeah, that shit's crazy.
That is well dangerous.
Yeah, that's the shit where you're just like, okay, when do you decide, like, how do you practice that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, when do you go, yeah, I'm ready,
Now
I'm ready to just, like, jump down this hill. Like, what? You're just like, yeah, bruv. And the trees, you're like, nah, I ain't. And then when do you, like, I guess, they've got a parachute and, you know, when it's time to land, but when do you decide, all right, I'm done now? Yeah, like, how do you know? Because when do you do, you know what I mean? I'm like, right, when do they do it where they know where they're going? Like, when do you practice doing it? Yeah, that would be interesting to know. We got to speak to one of them guys.
That's a really good point. Is when do you, because they build up a bit of speed, don't they? So, like, how do you practice that?
Yeah,
because you have to have the speed to do the wingsuit.
Yeah. Like, so that is there a simulation that they do beforehand? You know, like, because it's the same thing with flying. No matter how many times you've got to actually do it, innit? And so when is the point where it's like, all right, I'm ready to actually go in the air and not fuck this up. But yeah, the flying squirrel suit thing is just insane. That's like next level. Yo, I'm gonna try some shit I'm not meant to try. This is some shit you might not never know nothing about for real.
King Chico's, I think he's talking about the wingsuits, wind tunnels, maybe. So they just go in there to experience. I think I might have seen something like that actually. Them testing those wingsuits out in wind tunnels, but no, maybe it's like with a fan underneath them. That thing.
Yeah, I've seen that, but I'm saying that's not going down.
I know, but it's getting used to it. Yeah, at some point they've got to eject you out of something like a plane or off of a glider or something where you just got to be like, fuck. I guess I'm there.
By then, I'm just saying, I'd like to know. That's what I wonder is like how.
Let's find someone.
What are the steps to get into that point where you can just jump out?
Yeah, let's find someone.
Just, when they do it, it's all like, yo, are they really?
Yeah.
You start looking, you go, right. You start gripping onto your chair because it's like, right, this is intense. Like, man's all swinging this way, like that way, like.
Yeah.
And you're trying to look past them to see, like, right, where is this going? Like, how high is this?
Yeah,
mountain or whatever. Jeez,
and they're flying fast as well. It's not.
Yeah, it's
like
they're falling. They're free falling.
It's like 100 miles an hour or something, whatever it is. Where they're like, when you see them going past from far away, it don't look like they're going fast. But when you see it fly past the camera, it's just like. That's why they have accidents.
Jeez, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do you think that's probably the most? Extreme one then?
What, more so than skydiving?
Yeah, because I suppose skydiving, what the aim is. It's going to pull a parachute eventually. But with that wingsuit thing, it's like you can't plan for what you're going to come up against at that speed, surely.
Well, that's what I don't get. But maybe
we need to find one.
If we think about it rationally, they must pick like pathways that are known to be, they know them.
Yeah,
they know
yeah.
where
Not going to meet any surprises, like a massive building.
So therefore, and that's because we only get to see, the videos that I've seen. They look like they must have done that a few times because the way they're just like left, right, turn here, then all that. But I was still thinking like, okay, so when the first time they did it, how did it work out? Like, well, you've obviously got to do it a few times to become that good at it. And that's the I'd love to know, man.
Yeah, let's find one.
Yeah, hopefully, if they're allowed to tell their secret, a little squirrel suit secret, it might be, some squirrel suit fraternity and that can't really. They got the secret squirrel suit handshake and that. Their crest is like just a nut. People don't know.
There's one for sale.
Acorn.
There's a suit for sale there. A wingsuit in True Air Barracuda, £600.
Right, £600.
Yeah.
Gee, £600, boy. That's what it's worth. Fuck your shit up. £600. Is it worth it, lads and lasses? Hey? Would you try it?
Good for flocking or aerobatic, very similar to Havoc or Funk. It was made to my size. I am 1 meter 75 centimeter medium build, around 89 kilograms, no damages. Welcome to try at Headcorn. Selling because I have a newer, bigger wingsuit and have no much time to use them both. It could be withdrawn from the eBay anytime, as I'm selling it on Facebook too.
Yo, why would he be selling it all of a sudden? That's what you got to ask.
He's got a bigger one.
That'd be my first question.
He's got a bigger wingsuit, a new, bigger wingsuit, he said.
Is it?
Yeah. A newer.
And then you got to trust that wingsuit is safe. Later, bruv. I got to trust any wingsuit is safe. That's the other thing. Bruv. Imagine that. You're putting your hands in this suit. Like your life. You're putting your life, into the hands of this suit or to the wings of this suit. The squirrel suit. That's what you're doing. You're putting your life into the little paws of this squirrel suit here that you're getting £600 for £600 off eBay. Right, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna go jump off this fucking mountain in a helicopter with this squirrel suit. Right, where you get the suit from? I got it on eBay. How much you get £600? Later,
Gumtree, 150 quid on Gumtree. I paid 600 for mine.
Bruv, you're putting your life into that shit. Like, fair enough. All right, some people might buy, a bike. Back in the day, you probably could have bought a car. I don't know if you could buy a car for that much anymore, £300, But there's a level of danger that comes with that, as long as you can drive, obviously. Like that, put £300 for a squirrel suit, for a wingsuit. Nah, come on, man.
This one's 300.
What are you gonna do? It's not like you're going raving. Actually, you're going out. Like you're just gonna jump out of a. You're gonna jump out of a helicopter saying £600. I bought it off eBay. Nah, ease me up, bro. Ease me up. That's not happening out there, man. I ain't got time for that there, bro. Nah. Come on, my shit has got to be. Like I'm saying, that's good. Like, NASA level. You need some shit that's like, what I mean? A couple bags on that. There's a few G's on that, man. Minimum in it. Jesus, £300, bro. I'm gonna go jump out of a helicopter. Be left, right. All smooth and that.
The £300 one's the one you just wear when you're going out.
You got to check their what's their seller information, where their stats at, man.
He's got 100%.
100%. Okay, still, man. That ain't. I don't know who you are. I don't know you. Do you know what I mean? I'm there buying. Nah, man.
Buying my wingsuit off you. I don't know you. I don't know anyone who knows you.
That's not working, bruv. That's taking a piss, really. But I guess people are into shit like that. How do you test? I know, like with parachutes, there's a way to test that it's safe. But yeah, how do you know? Like the measurements have to be right, isn't it? I'm sure.
Gotta be. It's got. Yeah, these look like they're all made for somebody. They say it in there. It's made for me. It's personally made.
I guess you test it first of all in those chambers, like what you and Chico were talking about. I guess you test it in there.
I think if you're going to buy it off someone, the first test would be that you like hold it and then you like look at them like that. Then you like pull it.
To see
you
if
like
their
go,
eye twitch or
like,
something like that. Yeah.
You like pull it and look
See
at
if
them while
there's
you
a
do. You don't
little
even look
scratch.
at the suit. You just pull it.
Little
and just
gulp.
look at them,
If
see
you
if
see a
they're
little gulp at like at the throat, you're like, yeah, this boy, I caught him out. See it there. That shit worked. The little twitch of the eye, gulp of the throat,
see if there's any on Gumtree. Stolen
froth of the mouth. Yo, yeah, I don't know, man. There's bravery out there. I rate people that are able to do that stuff regardless. But if you do it after you did, you bought the shit off of eBay, £600. Props.
Yeah, we've got to find someone who does it.
That's levels, man. Yes, big up Chase in the building. Good to see you, man. King Chico said, jump out the upstairs window.
I was wondering that, yeah.
Land in the garden.
What's the height you need to be at? What speed you need to be going? There must be a point where...
Well, if you got to get in them
work.
chamber things, then there must be some level of, there's got to be some form of, turbulence that you're...
Yeah, if you just jumped off the 16th floor of the flats.
Well, with the £300 one. Yeah. That's not happening, man. That's, there are ways to enjoy life, and take your little risks here and there, but that's extreme as a mother lover right there. We do not condone anyone, trying to take part in any of that unless supervised by some other lunatics out there that want to do the same thing. Willingly, of course.
This is from skydivemag.com, which wingsuit. Understanding suit models and which is right for you at which stage.
Yeah, because that shit would depend, your life would depend on that shit, so...
Surface area.
It's going to depend on how smart you are with what you're doing.
It says start with a small surface area, then slowly progress to huge suits like these. And they're like these suits that look like eagles. Yeah. Beginner suits are small because expected at the beginning we'll lose control of it, and we want you to be able to regain control easily. Piloting that small surface area suit makes for excellent training once you've dialed in the control inputs needed to keep a small wingsuit stable on all axes. Then moving up to the next size will be easy and enjoyable. All right. So the bigger the suit, the harder it is to control it.
Spreading chemtrails, look at that.
Oh, shit.
So the bigger the suit, and this is what I'm thinking, man, restriction. When you look at the suits, you can see there's a level of restriction there that you can't, you can't do that. You're only ever doing that.
Yeah.
So imagine that, you got to deal with the restriction. You're all the way up there. You're looking down, what the fuck? You're looking down at this shit, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Yo, and you can't even scratch.
Yeah, I mean, some of these are
levels,
big squares of
Gotta
just
rate them.
Yeah. That's the advanced one.
Squares of wingage. Apologies to the
I've got to find somebody
listeners, because you probably
at the moment I'm just scrolling through YouTube, through Google Images.
Yes, Regantology, what's going on in the building? A building. Yeah, man, we're just building right here. Some shit you might not never know nothing about. That's right. We passed the hour of what's it called?
This watershed.
Water shower. Golden. Oh, sorry.
They don't like that.
Watershed. But yeah. No one knows like the water shower talk. Salute to everyone who tuned in last week. We had my friend Anuka come through to drop some gems on us. You know, speaking about sovereignty, freedom. You know what I mean? Breaking chains, curing yourself from certain illnesses that begin with the letter C. You know, just in case you want to check that show, go back and listen in, because we also talk about the golden showers that we've been mentioning, the apparent fountain
The amber
of youth
nectar.
that people talk about. And shout out to my brother T. He mentioned, you know, he was saying that actually, he started looking into it a bit, and it is something that has been brought up of late as being a new, a new thing. What would you call it? Like a new topic they've been looking into scientifically, and the benefits of drinking one's own orange. Yeah, so
Orange juice.
orange. That's a good one. Orange juice. Yeah. That's actually deep, because orange juice is orange. Sometimes
We could market that.
repeat your orange could be orange.
All we'll sell you is an empty bottle. You just fill it up yourself with your own orange juice. Orange
Wow.
juice.
I wonder if there's a link there.
Orange.
Orin and Orin. Like the O and the U. It's right next to each other as well.
Mm.
Dun, 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 dun. We'll have to get Mem in. Break that down, boy. You know, he's like dangerous with them, right? Like, actually, yeah, the O and the U is interchangeable, and like, yo. But yeah, very interesting chat about that. That I think we kind of touched, we skimmed the surface, so to speak, of that topic, and I think we'll get into it a bit deeper as we speak to some other guests. So don't think we've done there, because there's something to it, and like Tubbs was saying, basically, if you think about it, there was probably a time when, you know, the man had to survive only off that. Like, there wasn't any water or refreshment about.
Yeah.
And so,
You had one
source of,
the
quenching of the thirst.
what are they called, the machines that you go to get like the chocolate bars and drinks out of?
Vending machines.
The analog vending machine.
Analog.
Mum,
Wow.
can I get orange juice?
Yep, coming up. No,
want,
I want
milk?
Mom to get it.
You want milk or orange juice?
I want Mom to get it. Whenever Dad gets it, it tastes like beer. Tastes like beer and cigarettes. Orange juice, man. That's interesting. Orion.
We've got the YouTube channel is nearly totally populated with all the old episodes now.
Oh, wicked.
So we're up to about episode 60, something like episode 68 on there now. So
Jeez.
then we'll
been
start
at work,
taking them off
Yeah.
your channel, and then they'll be only on the other channel, and then eventually we'll find a way to sort of
Switch over. Yeah, make that big switch. And we definitely want to start doing more stuff over on Odyssey as well, because you're able to live stream on there now. So
Yeah.
what would you lot think about that, man? Would you lot be up for jumping over onto Odyssey at one time just to see how it goes? You know what I mean? Maybe we try that one week.
Yeah.
Let us know on Common Senses, because you know we do this for you. And of course, some of the topics we touch on, you know, might be a bit touchy for mother lovers.
Yeah.
So, you know,
We
we
could
switch over there. And then over here, we keep it more of a hip-hop thing. I think, like, it'd be a good idea to do something maybe like live from the bunker, you know, and then we chat to all the crew, you know, people
Yeah.
obviously into the scene. I think it would be a good idea to catch up with what's his name again? Canadian Dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he's going to be in town. So once he gets back and settles in, see how he got on whilst he was around. I think he's not going to be down these sides though, south. He's going to be mainly up, I think, Bristol area, or could be wrong. I think maybe a bit more up north. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but so getting people to Odyssey is a good idea anyway. People should be checking out Odyssey because it's it's basically YouTube 10 years ago.
Open source.
It's the Wild West.
Yeah, Wild West. And the cool thing I found was that when I was using my sat nav on the phone, and you put it into full screen mode, that is Odyssey. When you flip over to anything else, it pops up like it's a little pop-up screen just there in the corner. It says like, right, I can still go while it's still running whilst you're functioning on your phone. It's like, that's pretty decent still. That's decent still, bro.
Sorry, I've got a cramp in my leg.
Oh shit. All right, dehydrated, mate. Yeah, you got to drink more water, D. I'll tell you. Big up Gleam in the building. What's going on? Yeah. So we will carry on the conversation about the golden nectar, aka the orange juice. That these lot were boosting up. Like Dan's been boosting it up for ages, like from a long time ago, quite a few episodes ago. And since then, I've looked into it myself and seen, okay, there seems to be quite a lot of information about its benefits. And at the same time, then you have the other side where it's like, okay, that it's known, but it's actually not as good as you think it is for you. So we got to get to the bottom of this, man. That's what we always do here. We love doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We love learning. Like, you can't stop learning, man. There's so much out there to learn. There's no way you can stop. Depends which way you go, obviously, in terms of topics and that. But, I think for me, I'm into the health, fitness stuff, and just the worldly stuff, the history as well. I find that stuff very interesting because you kind of see how things have been, moved from, I guess, it seems like there's eras you could pick and you're like, oh, that was about then. This is, whether it be like, the golden age or the Stone Age, the Bronze Age, the Dark Ages, or the Renaissance, it's always interesting hearing different sort of.
There's always a bit
points
of revision to do, isn't there?
Yeah.
From what's generally pushed, it's usually like whatever's being pushed is being pushed to try and uphold like the current narrative.
Yeah.
So they'll change it depending on what the current narrative is. So they'll say, oh no, actually all this stuff was happening in the past, and then you look into it and you're like, no, it wasn't. And they're doing it because they want you to. In order for the thing they're doing now to work, they have to sort of try and support it with loads of
stuff from the
evidence from the past that sort of justifies what they're doing now.
Yeah.
So
that's
you can
like
see that happening with loads of things now.
And that's like some real, someone, you say that to someone, it'll be like, that's some paranoid talk. Like, you think that they would change, they would purposefully teach everybody like a different type of past just so that, but then you just hear it and you're like, that's probably the easiest way to do it, forever. Like, you could continue doing that.
Yeah.
And then just throwing at us all these different, whether it be the music or the sports or whatever, all these different distractions that, it's not that hard to get away with, man, when you think about it like that.
15 to 20 years, they say, you need like basically you've got to program a whole generation. 15 to 20 years of the same propaganda over and over again. Everyone else might think, oh, this is absolute bullshit. But when that next generation comes through, that's all they know.
Yeah. And it's a consensus reality. They all believe it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Been in the
it's
books.
facts.
We didn't read the school books they read, so we think it's all nutso what they're on about. But they've been taught all this stuff since they was like 7 or 5 or whatever it is.
Yeah, so that's God's law. That's it.
Yeah. So they just think that we don't know the school. You know, I remember like my friend's girlfriend came out of university, and I had a sort of argument with her. We was at a festival or whatever, and I had like a discussion with her. It turned into a bit of an argument. And she was just like, "You just don't know what you're talking about. I've just done 4 years of university." And I was like, "But I've actually spent 9 years reading. So you might have spent 4 years being told what to think. But like, I've spent 9 years with freely examining the world in the way I want. Like you've just been told what to think." And, it's that sort of thing. Is that they come out of that institution.
Territory. Yeah.
And they just think, right, I'm qualified now.
Well, that's what they're told, that, you know, they're made to believe that as well. Like, I'm qualified now.
Yeah.
And not ask who sets the record on what being qualified is.
Yeah.
And how they got their information, whether their information is factual or is it just theoretical.
Or is it just propaganda to support like the way that the elites want to run the world? You know, so
the world to be run,
because none of this stuff ever is there to support the elites not running the world. Like what people are taught and what they put. You know, like look at the thing at the moment. Is there's like a message that's accepted by the banks, by politicians, by mainstream media, by all the corporations. They're all pushing exactly the same message. And some people are actually on board with it and going, "No, this is like, you know, we're into something really exclusive and alternative." And it's like, it's not. It's what all of the corporations are pushing and everything. There's nothing exclusive or unique about it. It's just a mainstream opinion now.
Yeah.
And it's sort of snuck in. For the rest of us, it feels like it's sort of been slowly snuck in, but really it's been in the pipeline for a good few years. Like, say 15 to 20 years. That's what it takes to reprogram a group of people.
Makes sense, man. Because that is like, you know, if you're from the age of 0 to the age of 1, I should say, to 20, you know, there's a lot going on with growth, and so people in between those years, either or, are surely gonna be affected in some form or way.
And then to stay relevant, older people will just accept these things because they're like, well, I don't want people to think I'm getting old. But they'll just end up conforming with it and just saying like, oh, maybe they are right. I saw a video today of a woman, like an older white woman, knocking at a bloke's door. It's like a TikTok video, and she was like, I just wanted to ask you why your daughter's always wearing pink.
What?
And he's like, well, she's 2 years old. Like, she likes the colour pink.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know, but times have changed. You know, you can make them wear different colours and all that. And he's like, but she likes the colour pink. I don't want to make her wear other colours. And she's like, yeah, but you're setting her up for a future where she won't be able to choose who she wants to be in the world. And, you know, things are much better now. That woman would have left with no hair if that was outside my front door.
Does she have a lot of hair?
No, she's just like a sort of...
She had fairy.
Boomerish type woman. But she's obviously doing it to stay relevant. Well, they never thought that before, did they? They weren't all into that stuff. They all had families and just thought that...
They had loads of babies.
Yeah.
Babies left, right and centre.
So then to sort of go around and impose that on other people, it's like, what's it got to do with you?
Yeah, I
what
wonder
I do in my house.
Are they worried about like overpopulation or something?
What, the elites?
No, like, well, the people that, you know, would say that to her.
She seemed to be saying that the world's been a better place since people have been able to choose what gender they are. And so now there's like hundreds of different genders, then like that your child might be missing out on a future where they can just choose to be what they want. It's like, well,
What? Because she's wearing pink?
yeah,
Jeez,
you're forcing her.
man.
You're forcing her into a.
These assumptions, many assumptions, too many assumptions, my friends. And people don't know how to mind their own business.
No.
That's a quite a big problem I think people have got. And maybe it's.
Do you think COVID's done that?
I think COVID. I think like soap operas do that.
What make people
like they
each
watch
other's
so much
business.
drama that then when real life drama is going on, so they're kind of in people's business anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can't help it because of that. They want to play Columbo. You know what I mean? Dip inside your EastEnders. Mate. Meet them at the crossroads. And have tea by the Emmerdale farm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it got worse after like the whole
Rona.
Yeah, because people was like started like when people started enforcing things on each other, like telling each other, like do this, you got to do that.
Oh, so and so's like this.
Yeah.
Oh, he's into. I think it definitely separated a lot more people. Well, that's obvious, but in terms of like, their morals.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just the whole fear thing. It's all like,
Yeah.
like morally where you at.
Yeah. It brought a big load of questions up for people. Yeah. And then you get this thing now where these same sort of people online will say things like, "You need to seek help." Like if you've got an opinion that they don't, that's not mainstream.
Yeah.
This is the shocking thing: is if your opinion isn't mainstream, they say to you, "You need to seek help." It's like, what are you? Are you a doctor? Can you analyze people on social media now? Is that how doctors work? Is they analyze mental health on social media? Because you don't agree with the mainstream, you need to seek help. And they go, "I'm concerned about you."
Yeah.
You're like, well, maybe you should be more concerned about yourself, not because it's fake. The concern is not real, is it? They're not really concerned about you. If they're really concerned about you, they'd probably leave you alone.
Yeah, or they'd actually try and help you as opposed to just tell you they're concerned about you.
Yeah, or to tell you to seek help or get counselling or get therapy. We've got these suggestions for you that they're, it's like it's quite dangerous to tell people what you think they should be doing with their health, especially their mental health. And it's not very compassionate
Definitely.
to tell people just like get help. If you've never had mental health problems, it might be an easy thing to say to somebody,
Yeah,
you need to get
definitely.
help.
Yeah.
But if you have had mental health problems, it's like quite a risky, sort of touchy thing to say to people who've got mental health problems.
Yeah.
Like saying to an alcoholic, you should give up drinking. Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, because that's something that they probably know anyway, and then you telling them that just kind of drives them into thinking more that they're, wasting themselves because you can see it. Like, oh, it's just written all over me that and I've got a drinking problem, so it's probably not helping at all.
No, you've already got a problem.
Yeah,
just add into it.
And it's that thing of like, okay, you pointed out a problem, which a lot of people do. Oh, I hate this, that they post stuff that they hate or whatever, but then they never come up with any solution. And that's probably a better approach to someone like that, is like trying to offer some solutions that may, without obviously, like you said, offending them.
Yeah.
Which is tricky, But yeah, it's touchy, man. That's it's a very
Social
tricky
media. I
one.
think that's the other problem, is that like people have become
big
detached
time.
from each other. So they think it is all right to just step in and just say something. They've taken it into the real world, taken it IRL into real life. They've taken that sort of thing that you can just comment on something and tell someone what you think about it.
Yeah.
And then they see something in public and they're like, "You should do this." You just think, what's it got to do with you?
It's like, who are you?
In the bank,
Who are you, man?
NatWest Bank, the other last Friday, the woman, I took money in to pay into the bank. She said, "Where's this money from?" I went, "What's it got to do with you?" And she went, "Well, we have to ask about every cash transaction now."
Is it?
I said, how long's that been policy though? Forever, but we've just started enforcing it this week. It's like, well, why didn't you ask the woman in front of me where her money was coming from? Oh, because we know her and she's got a business account. Like, what one is it? Is it that you know her, or is it that she's got a business? Yeah. I said, so if I had a business account, would you ask me where my money's from? Oh no, we wouldn't then. I was like, okay. She's like, are you going to tell me what? She said, why are you getting agitated?
She said it to you?
Yeah. I said, because you're asking me where my money's from. It's my money. It's my personal money. Yeah. I said, anyway, it's from business. And then, yeah, and that was apparently all right for her. She was like, okay, started counting it and all that. So I said, so are you saying if I paid £20 in, you would ask me where that £20 from? And she went, look, take your money, take your card. I'm not serving you.
Oh, serious? Wow, you pissed off a bank teller.
Yeah, she asserted her authority over me. So I went to the machine and paid it into the machine, and the machine didn't ask me where the money was from. That's weird, isn't it? It's like if they say it's a policy of the bank to ask you where your money's from.
Yeah,
the other thing she said to me was,
and they're enforcing it as well.
Yeah, and the other thing she said to me was, well, we live in a cashless society now, so all cash is suspect. And I said, but I said, I'm paying you cash, so we obviously don't live in a cashless society because I'm paying cash in. And she went, well, it's just what I've been told by head office that we have to, that's our policy now and all that. So,
cashless society now. Wow.
With cash.
Still. But I thought they were bringing out like brand new notes because of the king. This is like Brexit all over again now.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
I think what she's doing was applying her thing that she thinks we live in a cashless society. I think she was like overlaying that on the bank's policy.
Okay, so she was throwing in.
She's like adding a little bit of like editorial to the whole situation. And when I called her out on it, then she obviously decided to say to me, "I'm not going to serve you." She literally gave me all the money back. Said, "Take your card."
She probably thought you was a conspiracy theorist as well.
I think I was discriminated against. Because I think that because I was sort of dressed down, I've got like a big beard and my hair all messy and everything, and I think the way she was talking she said, why are you getting agitated about this, sir? And all this, when she was asking me what the money was for, as if like I was doing something illegal. So I think she had made a presumption that this was like drug money or illegal money somehow or something like that. So that's the feeling I got, because her attitude just was shit from the beginning.
Yeah.
As soon as I laughed and said, well, what's it got to do with you? Then her whole attitude, I thought she was joking. Yeah. I actually said, what's it got to do with you? And laugh, like little laugh at the end, as in like, are you just asking me to be friendly? Which I just thought was I thought it was a rude thing to say to somebody, because it's my money. What has it got to do with you?
Yeah, it's like, what are you asking me for? Man?
But then when she got all serious, I was like, oh, right, she's serious. And then she said to me, why are you getting agitated about this? So I think she sort of, she had a vision in her head of what this money was and who I was and all the rest of it. And
she got caught up in it.
Yeah.
Caught up in her visions. Dangerous times, man. So then you ended up using the robot.
Yeah.
And so,
put her out of work. She put herself out of a job.
It's pretty deep that she said, I'm not serving you, though.
I know. Yeah. I went and spoke to the other member of staff, and he said, oh, she's leaving in 2 weeks' time, so there's not really a lot you can do about it.
Oh, is it? So that's why she's just like, yeah, fuck it, you know what?
She's like, I'm going to tell all these customers
one of these types, yeah.
I
ain't serving you. I'm
telling
leaving
all
in 2
these
weeks
bearded
anyway.
men what I think about them. Next bearded man who comes in is fucking getting it.
Thinks he's all that because he's got all this money. Yeah. Talking about cashless society and all that. Big up Amandi Juma. Yes, big bro. Locked in. Talking about a cashless society, eh? Huh? These people. It's like they really want it as well. Like, what kind of craziness is this, man?
I know. The novelty. They love it.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, it's safer. It's safer to have just a card that I can lose with everything else. It's like, what are you talking about?
Convenient.
It's safer.
That's why they like it.
Yeah, we were talking about the Amazon stores. I think I drove past one the other day. I can't remember where it was now. Where was it? I saw the Amazon store. But yeah, how you? So what is it like? You tap in, you walk in there, and then you pick up stuff. You don't actually have to pay for it. Or
Oh
anything.
yeah,
Like
it
the
tracks you
camera.
all the way around the store,
Yeah, what kind of craziness is
and then
that?
you end up eating all the RFID tags that are in all your food.
Is that so? That's like easing you into it, isn't it? That's like these little stores opening up, easing you into that
Yeah.
sort of lifestyle now.
It's the prison without walls.
And it's made to be convenient.
Yeah. That's what
Like,
it all
even
is,
more
isn't it?
convenient than just going and paying at a robot.
Yeah.
Now you don't even
No,
have to
you
pay a
don't have
robot.
to meet. You
just go
don't
and
have to
pick
talk
it
to
up.
anyone. You haven't got to. You just barely bump into somebody in the shop.
Yeah. Like just about, excuse me.
Yeah. Under your
People be
mask.
shook of each other.
Saying
Man.
it under your mask.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's some next level crazy
Sad,
shit,
isn't it?
man. Yeah.
City life. That's what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
Zero interactions.
The city life. Oof.
Enjoy your cities. Urbanite scum.
That urban lifestyle, boy. Jeez. Inner city urban lifestyle is going to be crazy. But the question is, can they do it everywhere? Can they really implement that type of lifestyle everywhere where, okay, what will it be? What your corner shops? How are they going to do that with your corner shops or your, I guess maybe they can with the laundrette.
Laundry is literally
the
where
betting,
money
yeah, I
laundering
guess
came
it is.
from.
Yeah.
People used to just
The
have
bakery.
laundrettes.
What, the bakery? Yeah,
Cashless
I guess.
bakery.
Cashless butchers.
Cashless beggars.
The markets, like cashless market.
Yeah.
Come on, bruv, man.
And then you got this thing where people are doing that. They're like with the card readers, walking around, putting the card reader thing at people's wallets. And
Yeah, that's why I ain't got one of them cards.
Yeah.
That's been going on for time,
Yeah.
That's like not a new thing.
But they sell them in Tool Station or in Screwfix. They sell them the
Serious?
little machines,
They can just tap.
Anyone
tap.
can get them.
Yeah, and when people just tap your card. I'm like, nah, it's an old school one, man. Tap your card. It's an old school one.
Mm.
They're like, what? Oh, right. And they look at you weird and like, bruv, there's shit like that about. Why would I want it? Do you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
that's that easy. And it's even crazier, like, let alone, obviously it's fiat currency we're using, but, the fact that it's just digits and numbers, it's amazing how much trust we have. I guess legally, it's there, so, but how it can just disappear just like that. Someone could just tap into their key,
Yeah.
like, bam, that's gone, as opposed to shit that's in your hand. That's in your wallet, or that's, you've got it. It's nuts, man.
Yeah. King Chico saying he went to uni for a gig, walked around the shop, picked his bits up, and couldn't buy anything
Is it?
because it was all cards only.
Wow. It was all cards only. That's deep,
See,
man.
that's what I'm saying. 15 to 20 years. We don't even go to, because we don't go to uni, we don't know what's going on in unis. It's all sorts of weird stuff going on in there. Rappers need card readers to sell merch.
Yeah, true.
That is true.
True, man.
You can't expect all your fans to just have
Nah, enough people don't really want to carry cash. Like that's the thing. Their fear of losing it, like we're saying.
Yeah.
It's surprising because I feel like you can still lose your card, but yeah. Then you get people, but then you get the other side where people that don't want to use card and all that, they want to use cash. So
Yeah.
you got to be ready for it all.
But also the actual cash itself isn't even real anyway, so why are you worried about losing it?
True.
If you had like actual things that are worth something, you have to then protect them and put them away somewhere safe and look after them and make sure that nobody gets to them and all the rest of it, Whereas with people prefer even just cash is more of a convenience than having solid gold or solid silver or something. You know?
Yeah.
It's all just about convenience.
That's
and that's
real
what
money.
they get you on. They just get you on this thing that everything's more convenient.
Yeah, constantly convenient. And that's where the whole, you know, when people talk about microchips, you're like, okay, well, yeah, I guess that is even more convenient if I just have to walk in the place. I ain't even got to, like with the Amazon thing, you got to scan. I ain't even got to scan no more. I just walk in, choop. You know what I mean? My little chip goes, choop.
Yeah.
Bam. Grab my shit, bounce. And then what else? What happens with that?
Where's it go next? What's
You know
more
what I mean?
convenient? More convenient is you just sit at home in your bedroom and someone just delivers the food by drone to your house. That's more convenient.
No one really carried cash except the old school. Mr. Green. No, isn't it? It's true, boy. Only the old school cats still carry cash.
True.
Yeah, I got some, bruv.
True.
Notes. Do the notes, bruv. You know what I mean? Imagine, man, sterling. There was a time when it was worth, you know what I mean, some weight in silver. Now, it's just worth whatever we believe it is. It's crazy, bruv. It's crazy.
We need to end it somehow.
What would be the quickest way?
Probably can't really say on YouTube.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. That's for another time. That's for Odyssey. That's for Odyssey. See it
If
there.
you want to know how to bring the system down, join us on Odyssey.
Yeah. Join us on Odyssey, man, where we go deeper, get deeper into the dumps. But before we go too deep, let's give a shout out to the CannasseursUK.com for all your specialities in CBD products. Yeah. You can get yourself CBD oil sprays, indica, as well as sativa. You can get yourself CBD coconut oil paste, the full spectrum, or you can get a sativa. And trust me, when it comes to easing the pain and relaxing yourself, that paste does exactly what you need. Especially if you got, you know, some of you lot might have hives or something. No, joking. You might have rashes. You might have, aches and pains on your joints, on your muscles, tendons and whatnot. You might have dry skin even. Can help you out with that. Also available from CannasseursUK.com, you can get yourself CBD infused Belgian chocolate, dark chocolate as well as milk chocolate with premium sativa and indica. Also, you can get full spectrum CBD spray, which is very good for the mind and the soul. I feel like a radio DJ right now. And don't forget the chocolate stirrers, man. Telling you, the chocolate stirrers are banging. There's just a warm, fuzzy feeling that you get, you know what I mean, right before you go to sleep. And you wake up with that as well. Like you feel like you're on a cloud. You know, we've already talked about the benefits of CBD products. And I do believe this is some of the highest quality you can get from the Connoisseurs UK. When you get to the checkout, make sure you type in SYMNNKNA. That's SYMNNKNA, the acronym for something you might never know nothing about. And you'll get yourself 20% off any order on the CannasseursUK.com. And there's a whole bunch of benefits for CBDs. You know what I mean? A whole bunch. Calms epilepsy. Can relieve anxiety and depression. Reduce inflammation. Help improve cancer-related symptoms. Could relieve pain. Help with multiple sclerosis. May relieve nerve pain, neuropathy. Can combat addiction. Can benefit healthy skin. See, that's what I'm saying about the skin. It can help with arthritis. You know what I mean? I know some of you young'uns got a little arthritis and that. More time, you might need to drink a bit more water and all that. But yeah, you know what I mean? Definitely, CBD can help, man. So make sure you get on to cannasarsuk.com and you'll get yourself some beautiful products, man. Right. And now for the next tune. What we are going in? All right then. Holla, pull up my selector. That's hilarious, man. Yeah, man. Very good times, man. Very good times with the CBD, I'll tell you that. But yeah, this whole cash thing's funny, man. I think like there's always going to be that divide. You know, there's people that prefer to hold money because they're not into the digital stuff anyway. So it's going to be quite a long battle, a long battle for them to implement, like, you know what I mean, getting rid of cash. Because the same way it's, you know, become a sort of consensus reality that cash actually was worth something or is worth anything, I think it's the same way they can do that with, you know, like say the Brixton pound, they had that for a bit and all that.
Yeah.
Like I think things like that will end up happening.
Yeah.
They put worth into other.
It's just down to programming the people using their phones and all that, because people did at one point all use cash, which means that at one point everybody was on board with cash. They was promoting that as the thing. Now it's just this convenience thing. Everybody needs to get used to the idea that things aren't always going to be convenient, because they're not. Because if you turn the electricity off, all the convenience is over.
That's the weird thing about it, man. Why I wonder how people are so, like, they're so behind it. They're so like, yeah, man, yeah, you know, all these different, like, whether it be Bitcoin or all these different, like, digital currencies and ways to make things happen for yourself. But, you know, using this app on the phone or blah, blah, blah. Like, right, man, you're really backing this, even though you know that it could just be outed just like that.
I know, and it's
strange,
and it's also like it seems that everything that they bring in involves using more energy than it used before, which is like defeats the whole point of their climate change agenda. Is to save the planet. Well, then why is everything USB? Why is everything involve me using my phone for it?
And electricity.
Why do phones run out after a day instead of a week like they used to? When when you got the old Nokias, they used to last forever. Now it runs out within a day, not even a day. You know, why is everything just use so much energy if it's better? Surely that's worse.
Yeah.
To me, that's worse.
I was reading something about, what were they saying? Like, it was like the energy that it takes to make like one battery.
Yeah, we've still got to do the electric cars episode.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
Yeah, because there's a lot in that.
It takes a certain amount of years to even catch up with that and then make it worthwhile. And will the car even last that long?
Yeah.
Boy. But the way, you know, people look obviously like, oh, that ain't true. Like, where did you read that? Or what you get to find out with a lot of these things is that, like, the people that are in it, they because they're already regarded and, you know, reputable in some form of way, they end up not even having to look at a lot of the papers and all that have come out. They just look at the headlines and then read the sort of, you know, the footnotes and whatnot, like the header. And then they don't really get deep into it, so they don't see where there are contradictions and whatnot. And so a lot of mistakes can be made and then things can be said that aren't actually true if you, you know, have the will enough to look into it. And so that is that's how a lot of things seem to just be gotten away with so easily, it seems, man. This is like, yo, this, you know, whether it's done on purpose or not, I don't know. But yeah, that's what it seems to be, man. Like, it's amazing. Amazing, man. But like, to say that, for them to say that, yeah, it actually takes more energy, you know, the amount of energy it takes is about 20 years worth of usage of the actual products. Like, what?
It's mad, isn't it?
It don't make no sense, man.
And I've just got rid of my car because
Have you?
it won't. Yeah, I've had to get a new car, a newer car.
What, the
because
ULEZ?
of the ULEZ thing, and I've done 242,000 miles in my old car. It's 250,000 miles.
Jeez.
I've kept a car going for 20. What 20? Yeah, 21 years. That's been going, that car, and it's done 250,000 miles, and I've had to scrap it because But surely me keeping that car on the road is more beneficial than just building new cars, isn't it? Surely. It's like I'm maintaining an old car and keeping it going.
Well, not
Well,
for
that-
for the new type of roads. that they're bringing in.
Smart roads.
Yeah.
You need a smart car.
Yep. You know what smart means.
It means
You
people
know
dying
what
on the
smart
motorway.
means. Din, 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 din. You've been warned. So how did it work? How does it work then with like motorbikes and all that? Have they got smart motorbikes and smart mopeds and all that?
I've not seen one change. There's not even electric mopeds and motorbikes, is there? I haven't seen one change in motorbikes.
There's got to be electric mopeds.
Is there?
isn't
I
it?
haven't seen any. I don't know. Maybe there is. There's electric bikes, obviously. But I see two kids, 16-year-old kids, riding down my road on them hire bikes, right? Like the yellow
Yeah,
bikes
yeah.
that you can hire, and they've got a basket on the front. Well, I wouldn't have been seen dead riding a bike with a basket on it when I was young, when I was 16, let alone paying money to hire it.
Yeah, but if you go into the Amazon store to get your little groceries.
That's true. You got to be able to fit your soy burgers in something.
Yeah, like where you gonna get your bags? Do they do bags in the Amazon store?
You can
I mean?
hire
So you
one.
need a
Maybe you can
basket.
just hire a bag from the Amazon store. Take it back the next time you go.
Yes, I guess
Rental
that's
bag.
when you think about it. Then bikes are kind of the whole you will own nothing. You will own nothing and be happy because you don't own that bike, but you're happy to like. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of these are all little ways that they thumb it in. They just like slowly ease it into your life. Like this is
It's the
normal.
lubrication.
Yeah, it's the lube. Right before. Yo, that is deep, man. Yeah, the way they do it, it's very tricky.
16-year-olds on hire bikes. I used to begrudgingly pay for a bus. You know what I mean? I would walk everywhere. I had a bike. I'd ride a bike everywhere. I'd walk everywhere.
Yeah, walking, man.
And then if I had to get a bus, it was because something was so far that I was just like, oh, fuck, I've got to get a bus. I didn't like going on buses. But then buses was only like, back when I was little, there was 5p. No, they weren't really. That was when I was really little. I remember going to Shepherd's Bush for 5p.
5p,
But even if they was like a 50p or something for a bus, I didn't like getting on buses. I preferred to ride everywhere or walk everywhere. But now to see 16-year-old kids hiring, they're paying. What are they paying? They must be paying like a quid a 15 minutes or something.
Oh,
And then with a basket on the front. Not only are you riding a bike that you've hired, you're riding a girl's bike that you've hired. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not the one. Never seen me dead on a bike with a basket on it. Never. Even if my mum said, "Can you just take my bike and go around the shop?" No, I walk. It's all right.
Can I take the basket off? Nah, I won't. I'm good. Yeah, it's true, but a basket. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with a basket if you need it. But yeah, it'd be
On your
kind of.
BMX.
I mean, so you ain't going to Amsterdam then? And that's the other thing. Yeah, is like here we do that. Like we're charging each other. Well, they're charging us for using these bikes. Yeah, that people just leave anywhere.
Yeah.
In Amsterdam, people just have these bikes that they ride around and leave anywhere, and someone else can ride it off and leave it somewhere. Like no one owns the bikes, but they're free.
What, they belong to the city though? Or are they people's? Did someone buy them at one point, or are they sort of?
No, they're just loads of like kind of just standard bikes.
Burners.
They're not
Loads of
like
burners
they're not like like banging mountain bikes or nothing like that.
You
They're
crash it, you just like I just throw it to the side of the street.
Yeah.
Get another
They're like
one
them
somewhere.
hardback ones. You know
So they've
what I
just
mean,
been
with the
there. They're
baskets.
just no one repairs them or anything. They've just been there.
So
If
they
it
just
needs
park them in
repairing-
them. Like there's their bike park, like little bike park kind of,
Yeah.
when they just put them in there and then walk off and then whoever, like, so there's enough of them.
So they're not hire ones though. They're just
No,
they're
they're
just
free. They're free.
until they just ride them until they're dead, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Well, look what we're doing here. It's madness. Just it's so easy to trick people, boy. But yeah, they're not, and that's the thing. They are them like old, they're kind of bikes that some of them might have baskets on the front, like old granny bikes and that.
Yeah, look, Tempest Elixir in our day, a man would get gunned for a basket bike. Where's your baguette? It's so true.
Where's your baguette, boy? Yeah, where you gonna put your groceries now, fam? You know what I mean?
You used to have a plastic bag. We didn't even have a rucksack. You used to just have a bag, like a Tesco's bag or something, your stuff in it. Just hang it over your wrist, get on your bike. Might get caught in your front wheel. You end up going over the front wheel.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the days.
You just
mate.
put your stuff in a plastic bag and just go on your bike.
Get on there.
Put your school lunch in a plastic bag. You have a special box for it. Just put it in a bag,
plastic
Tesco bag.
Yeah. You just wrap it around your hand and then hold the handlebar. You know, the ones where you don't want to get it like caught up in the spokes. If you get caught up in the spokes, you'll be fuming, right? It's your lunch, your packed lunch. Corned beef sandwiches just down the drain, bro. Pissed, man.
Yeah. You give people lifts on your bike. You could fit two of you on there if you needed to.
That's hilarious.
Sitting on the handlebars or sitting on the back or standing on your trick nuts or whatever it was.
Sitting in the basket.
Yeah.
Hilarious, man.
Never had a basket. I had one of them things on the back that you could trap, like on a racer, you have like a bit at the back, you could trap stuff underneath it.
All right.
It's like a sort of spring-loaded bit over the back wheel that's like about
Yeah.
stuff underneath it. Yeah, so I had one. That's probably the most I had on a bike.
Yeah, I never went to. I think I had,
You had a basket,
the
did you?
stands. Nah, I didn't have a basket.
Did you have a stand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably had a stand.
A kickstand.
Kickstand. Yeah. Man, bikes, man. They're very hard to maintain sometimes, boy. When you ride them a lot, it's like, yo, you gotta keep at it. You gotta make sure otherwise, accidents can happen.
Got to get your hands
real bad,
dirty
man.
every now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
Change the brakes.
Speaking of brakes, let's go to this braking convention.
Oh, yeah.
Little piece, you know what I mean? I caught a bit of the action that was going on down there. So I thought I'd share it with the Uncommon Senses first of all. You know what I mean? It was a good little time, man. Big up all the crew that were there. Shout out to King Chico and Sinead, Tempest Elixir. Apex Zero was there. Jeez. Yes, my brother Mass Law hosting with me. Big up to the Trini Gladiator. Yes, Prankster MC. Man, who else? Shout out to all the E&D crew that was down there. Tony D was down there. Theme was there. J-Mo, Flabs. Jeez. Who else was there, man? Nova. Big Ben. Who else did I see there, man? Jeez. Yeah, the Polo Ricans were there. There was a lot of the Polo crew were there. So Big Daddy Cope. You know what I mean? The Drunken Master. Shout to Jay Davis. I saw Jay Davis down there. Man. Gemini photographer was there. Yeah. Leaps and bounds, mother lovers. It was leaps and bounds. Orion, big up to Orion, was there. Yeah, we had a lot of fun, man.
Right. Say it.
Yeah, let's check this out, man. This is a little...
You got to say it. You got to say it.
Yeah, I will. I was going to say, yeah, this is a little, you know what I mean? Little montage of what I could catch whilst I was working. You know what I mean? I just wanted to say this, though, all the time. I'm glad that Dan reminded me to say, run, VT! Yeah, Breaking convention live today, mother lovers. You know what I mean? Lady Likes, Skinny Man, and your host, MysDiggi, Law. Come on, look at that. DJ Shorty Blitz, Sarah Love. Yeah, that was outside. A whole bunch of other mother lovers. Outside this world. Yeah.
Next day, boy, then let's go hit his way. Boy wants blood brags to his boys. Erection brings bad boy joys. Boy thinks of that big fat back. Black fat, love big black fat. Girl calls boy to stand him up on Saturday. Saturday, Saturday, this is Saturday, this is Saturday, this is Saturday, Saturday, this is Saturday, Saturday, this is Saturday.
It's actually a Monday, but yeah, you know, the vibe was right for it. It felt like a Saturday. Just talking over because you know, might get hit by that.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I'll take it down a tiny bit.
Nah, it's all good as long as there's talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Sun's out.
Yep. People ready for it, boy.
Yeah. A couple of locals.
Yep. Few out of towners.
Yeah.
Some gangsters at the front.
Yeah.
As Lady Likes was on there. She smashed it, man. Killed it. George as well, he killed it as well, man. Really good performances. You get Shorty doing his Doug Dizzle. See the theme there.
Oh yeah.
Man, that prankster. Yeah. Mad himself, boy. Jonesy Dizzle. Yeah, it's good vibes, man. That's all. Oh, that's really glitch. Oh, yes, sir.
Male, female, gay, straight, whoever you are, we are one people, you get me? Thank you so much for being part of Breaking Convention's 20-year anniversary. I mean, what lasts for 20 years nowadays? You know what I mean? And we've only just started. We've only just started. For all those kids out there, in a couple of years' time, when you're 16, we have got the Breaking Convention Academy for you guys, yeah? So you can learn breaking, you can learn hip-hop dance, you can learn graffiti, you can rhyme as well. It's the holistic hip-hop culture, all in performance elements. So look out for Academy Breaking Convention, your ABC, you get me?
Nice.
But thank you for being part of our 20-year anniversary. Have you had a good time? Much respect to everybody out there. We're gonna
Who's
be
doing
back
photography?
next year. Yeah?
Me.
And anybody
No, at the who's
got
out on stage
peeps
doing
around the
taking
country,
photos.
We're gonna be
Oh,
going
Paul
on
H was
tour
there.
Oh,
for
right.
the next
Yeah.
4 weeks, you know what I mean? We're going from Blackpool
Did
all
you
the way
speak
down
to him?
Poole, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I said
let
hello.
people know, check us
He
out,
took a few
Breaking
pictures. That's how he
Convention.com.
usually speaks.
Guys, thank you so much for being here.
In clicks.
Peace,
Yeah.
love, unity, and having fun.
Unity and having fun.
Convention live
Peace.
today, mother lovers.
Love,
You know what I mean? Lady
unity, and having fun. That's what that was about, man. It's a beautiful day, man.
Nice.
definitely, if you can make it down next year, make sure you do. It's a special day, man. Block party, you know what I mean? One of the only ones we have, really. You could probably say, you know what I mean, in London. And it happens yearly, man. That's 10 years of doing that. And it's pretty, you know what I mean, epic. Definitely feels an honor to be able to be part of something like that as well, that we could share with people of all ages, all backgrounds. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, you know what I mean? You can celebrate the way we do this culture called hip-hop music, my beloveds, in a very special way. Yes, yeah, you're right. I saw Logic was down there as well. Big up King Chico. I see Logic there a bit later on. Shout out to Vinny B, right? What's going on, brother? Yes, we got to catch up, man. We got to catch up, Vinny, and get you on, speak to a few people, man. Yeah, so that was a important one. Big up to John Z.D. for carrying on and doing what he's doing, because, yeah, he was breaking down quite a few different things the other week. And I also spoke to him, and he's, you know, mentioning that he's got the school coming. I think, boy, yeah, the ABC, it's a pretty deep one. Like, it goes to show, man, where he's really trying to take this thing, you know, to have an academy breaking convention. Jeez. Levels, bruv, levels. Yeah, man. So, yo, this week, yeah, we couldn't get our guest that we were hoping to get in, but next week it should be happening. It's going to be about some breath work. And, you know, I think you lot are going to enjoy this one. You know, we touched on a little bit of the old, you know, the orange juice. You know what I mean? The urine therapy thing. We'll get deeper into that. But now I think it's time we understand about breathing, how important that is. Especially the MCs out there. You know, you want to be out there performing, doing all these shows, touring and whatnot. You got to make sure your health is there. And you've also got to make sure your voice is there. Making sure your voice in there entails making sure your breathing is there. So this is why, you know, I think this is one a lot of people should listen to. We got a guy called Kevin gonna come on. He does a lot of breath work. You know, professional, is like qualified and whatnot. I'm definitely gonna start learning some more about it. So yeah, I'm interested in the talk we have with him about it. It's gonna be interesting. Some more of that shit you might never know nothing about, man. Damn, I thought I'd say that in a Westwood voice. I don't know why, man. Drop a bomb for me. Drop on the clues, Funk Flex's bombs for me. Or is it the other way around? One of Funk Flex's clues, bombs for me. I don't know. But anyway, anywho, as they say, yo, big love to all that came through, man. Hope you lot enjoyed, you know what I mean, the good catch up. We're definitely going to make sure it happens next week for a proper one. Yeah, because for me, my voice is mash up now after the weekend, doing a couple of them, you know, doing that Park Jam. Definitely tore it out more, but I did a little gig on the day before. So I think that kind of, you know, it all caught up with me. Yeah, so apologize if I'm sounding like a Larry White today, you know, younger cousin, first removed from the second of Barry White. Man. You lot didn't know that. Yeah, man. But love to all the crew that came through. Tempest Elixir, was good to see you, bruv. What's that? Oh, swimming underwater increases breath control. Yeah. See it there? And lung capacity. Same thing, man. When I started jogging, like, regularly, I noticed a massive difference in my breathing and breath control when performing and whatnot. And it's a lot of fun, you know what I mean, when you know that you can deal with the patterns and the flows and the you know, little pockets where you can take in your breath a lot easier. Man, it's smooth. And so I think things like that, like breath work, it makes you more aware of what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of people that, say, like younger artists that I've worked with getting started and whatnot, if I've done workshops or people that I know in the scene, and they talk about the whole, carrying your voice and being able to do like a show for, over an hour or whatever. I always say to them, like, the thing you got to learn is about the breathing, and it's that thing of like not breathing, not using your chest. It's more like using your stomach. Like once you start being, even like talking and that, once you start using, as opposed to using your chest and you're using your stomach, it like alleviates pressure that's on your throat. When you talk from your chest, it's more like there's a lot more pressure on your throat leaning on that. And then once your throat is gone, that's it. Your voice is gone. So once you start working from the stomach, there's less pressure on your chest and less pressure on your neck. And then, you can last a bit longer. But yeah, all of that takes practice. And then also that helps with you understanding the best way for you to, control your breathing and whatnot. So yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, I think you lot will dig this next show once we get to speak to the new guest, man, coming in. Always got to be interesting, man. You know what I mean? That's how we do it right here. But yes, big up all the crew them that came through, man. Love to you always. Of course, the latecomers, you know what I mean? Sorry, we got to go as soon as you come, but you know how it is. Sometimes... Was the saying, when it's all said and done, someone done said it all. Yeah, I think that's the saying, right? But love, King Chico, big up, man, always. Tempest Elixir, Robbie Love, Vinny B, big up, man. Let's speak soon, brother. Turbo Tubalicious, Amandi Juma, big love, man. Mr. Green, good to see you. Shout out to Sinead. You know what I mean? Big up Chase. Always love, man. You know what I mean? We need to catch up as much as possible. Big up to Gleam as well. Yeah, man. Always. Robbie Love. Watch. And you know what? Oh, big up Irish as well, man, of course. You know what? I think next week we got to try and give them that exclusive, D. I forgot about the exclusive I wanted to play to these lot on the show. You know what I mean? I think it's only right we do it here first. Shout out to Regantology as well. Yes. Definitely, man. I forgot to do the roll call, though. I messed up. Should we do a quick roll call before we bounce?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the roll call in, man. You know what I mean? Black Einstein, love, 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 love. I'll be doing things wrong. Shout out to you more. As always, sending enough love to you. And sorry for your loss. Hope things definitely work out for you, sis.
Yeah, everyone send everything you've learned on this show. Apply it to your more.
Yeah.
Send her your good vibes.
That positive energy, man.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Just
when times are rough,
just put it
that's
in
what
your
you
mind.
need.
That's all we're asking. So, that's family.
Exactly, man. Exactly. When family's going through things like that, you know what I mean? You definitely got to be there. In spirit, at least, you know? Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's do that, man. All right, mother lovers. You know what I mean? I think it's a bit late for the roll call because you lot are probably as blazed as I am.
King Chico has put his favourite star dog.
Yeah, King Chico's my favourite star dog. What else? Definitely a good one, though. Yeah, that's good, man. As long as it's a good one. There are good star dogs out there, you know what I mean? We always make jokes about star dog, but, it's not always that. It's the same old, same old. Sometimes it's banging. Mr. Green Wolf, he's on the star dog as well. Tempest Elixir, Platinum Cookies. Okay, that's a nice one. Platinum cookies right there. What we got here? Some, what is that? Oh, yeah, that's some jelly thing. I forgot about that, man. Yeah, so we got there's some do-si-dos there. What else? I've forgotten which flavor that is. We got some do-si-dos. Man, how blessed that MD. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, and some sushi. That's it. Yeah. Man, it's been one of them ones. Oh, yeah, there was Oreos as well. That was it. Jeez. What a weekend, man. I'm telling you, that breaking convention really, it's always inspiring. You know what I mean? After you always feel like, yo, yeah, more's got to happen. You know, more stuff like that. So it's a good thing, man. And yeah, I'm looking forward as well to getting some new music out there for all you mother lovers. I'm telling you that, D. Oof. It's going to be interesting times. You know what I mean?
Oh, what have I just done?
Hmm?
It's right.
Uh-oh.
Something's gone off on one. Oh, there it is. Turn my headphones down. Everything's gone really
That's
quiet.
hilarious. Yeah, that was hilarious, man. I was like, wow. Slight technical hitches again. The gremlins. Right, man.
Yeah.
All you mother lovers out there, we'll see you next week. Do remember to breathe deep, yeah? Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Make it calm, bruv. Try and use your stomach. You know them way there. Yeah, man. Love to all the people out there, whether you do use cash or not. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Well, it does, but it doesn't matter to us as much as it will matter to the world at large. Love to all of you lot, man. My name is MysDiggi. That's Dan DNA. This has been some shit you might not never know nothing about. And guess what, mother lovers? We're out.